Join me as I challenge myself to see if prayer can really make a difference during tough times. Prayer is often viewed as a last resort, something we turn to when we're at our wits' end and don't know where else to turn. But what if I told you that prayer can be so much more than just a desperate plea for help? It can be a source of strength, comfort, and guidance, even in the darkest of times. Many of us have been there, facing challenges that seem insurmountable, feeling lost and alone, and wondering how we'll make it through another day. We've all experienced those harsh times that can leave us reeling, the loss of a loved one, the uncertainty of our future, or the crushing weight of anxiety that can be overwhelming. It's in these moments that we're forced to confront our own mortality, and the fragility of life can be a heavy burden to bear. The emotional toll these challenges can take is very real, and it's easy to feel like we're drowning in a sea of uncertainty. We often put on a brave face, trying to power through, but deep down, we're searching for a lifeline, something to hold on to when the storms of life are raging. Loss can be all-consuming, leaving us feeling numb and helpless. Anxiety can be suffocating, making it hard to breathe, and uncertainty can be paralyzing, making it impossible to move forward. It's easy to feel like we're walking through a dark forest with no clear path in sight. But what if I told you that there's a way to find peace, even in the midst of chaos? What if I told you that prayer can be the lifeline you're searching for? We've all heard stories of people who have found comfort in prayer during their darkest moments. We've heard about the scientific studies that have shown the positive impact of prayer on our mental and emotional well-being. But what does that look like in real life? How does prayer actually help us cope with the harsh realities we face? For me, prayer has been a game changer. It's been a way for me to connect with something greater than myself, to find peace in the midst of turmoil. It's been a way for me to let go of the need to control, to surrender, and to trust that everything will work out. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, prayer helps me to focus on what's truly important. It helps me to see that I'm not alone, that there's a power greater than myself that's working on my behalf. I know it's not always easy. I know that prayer can be uncomfortable, especially when we're not sure if anyone is listening. But I've seen it work in my own life, and I've seen it work in the lives of those around me. I've seen people who were on the brink of giving up find new hope through prayer. I've seen people who were consumed by anxiety find peace in the midst of the storm. And I've seen people who were grappling with uncertainty find guidance and direction. One of the most powerful stories I've heard is about a woman who was diagnosed with cancer. She was devastated, feeling like her whole world had been turned upside down. But she refused to give up. Instead, she turned to prayer, pouring her heart out to God, asking for healing, for strength, and for guidance. And you know what? She started to see a change. She started to feel a sense of peace that she couldn't explain. She started to see the beauty in the world around her, even in the midst of her struggles. And slowly but surely, she started to heal. That's the power of prayer. It's not a magic pill that makes all our problems disappear, but it's a way for us to connect with something greater than ourselves, to find strength in our weaknesses, and to find peace in the midst of chaos. It's a way for us to hold on to hope, even when everything around us seems to be falling apart. So what can we take away from this conversation? Prayer is not a last resort, it's a first response. It's a way for us to find strength, comfort, and guidance, even in the darkest of times. If you've ever experienced the power of prayer in your own life, I want to hear about it. Share your story with me in the comments below. And if you're looking for more coping strategies, be sure to check out our next video, where we'll be exploring more ways to find peace in the midst of chaos. Thanks for watching.